Hey guys, what's happening? Let's pan for a little gold. Prospector. I'm going to try this out. If it doesn't work out, then we'll just delete it later. But I'm going to try one of these bags in these two pans in that bucket. Okay, so I've never done this inside the house, but we are going to do it in that pan right there. So I'm going to pour the water in there. I only use a half a bucket of water times 3 and put it in my big trough here. Now I did do one of these bags of pay dirt about 3 months ago, and I sent 2 to It's Me Brian, and I didn't find much gold in it. So we're going to give it a shot and see what we come up with. I'm going to probably do 2 bags of this stuff. I'll set one there and one there, and we'll see what happens. Let me check the camera and make sure everything's good. Okay. And then, like I was saying, over here, basically all you need is a scale, a snuffer bottle, your dirt, a vial, and some finish. So I just threw 5 gallons of water in that trough right there. I'm going to put in some finish. I always put it directly into my pan. Then I'm going to add a little bit of water to the pan. I never wash my pans. My pans sit outside and get weathered all the time. And I'm going to rub this finish into my pans. I'm going to transfer it. I always have a secondary pan under what I'm doing. And then I'm going to sink this pan. If that pan's not totally under the water, I'm going to add a little bit more water. That ought to be enough. So now this pan's totally under the water, and this pan I can work with, okay? So I'm going to crack one of these open. Of course, it's going to be really difficult to get into, but last night when I was looking at these and I thought about doing this, I was going to search through them all, but I decided to do just one. Maybe we'll add another one if we find some gold. Last time I panned this stuff out, I only found a little bit of gold, like it was barely even enough to register on the scale. So we'll see how it works. And me and Flipside, we just work this stuff. See, I'm probably going to end up needing more water just because this stuff is so dirty. Do you see how dirty it is? So what I do is I just knock off the dirt. And then I always go into a secondary pan. Me and Flipside, we always pan each other's gold back and forth, meaning she'll pan my pan and I'll pan hers. And that way, we double check each other all the time. And it's a big thing between us to find the other person's gold when we're doing this. So I just get it nice and frothed up. See, now that we've knocked all that dirty water off of there, look at all the granite. All granite in here. I'm not so sure we'll find much in the way of black sands in this, but as you can see, that's just all granite. So what I'm going to do is, that granite will float right off the top of there, and that gold is down in the bottom. So I'll just get some of those big chunks off of there. It's really a no-brainer. You can't lose gold if you're doing it in your kitchen on the counter. And those big ripples right there, they really will grab the gold. These are for catching the fine gold, but these ones right here, we never, ever, ever have an issue with catching gold. If you really want to make it really tough on yourself, you'll sit there and you'll just beat it up. But all that gold is from about here down. There's no way it could have traveled up there. So we just keep working that right there. Knock it back, work it out, knock it back, work it down, and then if you guys see, look what's happening there. Do you see the gold right there? If it made it past this step, it might have got into this step, but it would never get to that step or that step. So I'm just going to knock it back down again. And then I'm going to look at it and see what we're dealing with. And if you look at it, let me knock this water out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 colors. There's 12 colors in that. So I'm going to leave them in there. Since I have more of this, oh, there's more than 12 colors, and there's some good black sand in there. So I'm just going to keep going back and forth here and knock some of that black sand down. I know it's hard for you to see this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is like 7 or 8 times what I found in the last bag. So I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to put more dirt in this pan because there's no need to do a cleanup until you've done a whole bag, right? And once again, I'm making a milkshake here, and I'm just going to float that dirt right off of there. I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to float that dirt off of there. Kind of gives me a clean surface to work with. Now remember, we already had 14 pieces in there, maybe a little bit more. But if you note, it's kind of hard to kick that stuff out of there. You saw how it just all stayed in that corner. So once again, we're dealing with a lot of granite, big stones. When I'm all done, I'll go through it again. It's all landing in that pan, and I'll pan that pan into this pan all over again. So let's just see what we got. We'll just kind of go at it real good and heavy here. Me and Flipside did probably 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces of gold right here in this spot last winter. Knock it down one more good time. Work it over into that corner. The lights will float off, and the heavy gold will stay in that bottom ripple. Okay? Now, most of this dirt you get from these pay dirt companies, it's just seeded gold. So I'm going to try and do this backwards. I'm not really used to doing this backwards. And see that, all that gold will be laying right in there, and I can really knock this stuff out. And look, it's all still standing right there. So you really don't want to be afraid when you're panning gold. Don't think, oh man, I need to do this for 30 minutes. And just add a little more water, move it down again. And that finish is preventing that gold from floating. So right now we are into some gold. There's a chunk right there, so I'm going to move it up. And I'm going to knock this stuff back out of here. And like I said, I will repan it all. So now let's look at what we got. Remember we had 14 pieces before. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and a big fat one. So I'm going to work on getting all this down here in one spot. By tapping, that gold will chase the tap. Did you see how I walked that gold right back up there? Watch. And when you see a piece of gold running away, you're just going to tap it again. Oop, watch. It's real difficult for me to do this backwards. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick that gold up real quick with the black sands. So now I know I have it all in here. Let's swirl around a little bit. Now, I always save all my black sands. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to send all my black sands to Klesh. I saw him do a black sand video, and I have about 5 pounds of black sand out there. And the reason the gold won't come out of here is, you see this straw sticking in here? It sticks in there, so the gold can't find its way back to the straw. So I'm going to do one more bag. We're going to fly through this bag, like really fly through it. And then I'm going to pause it. Well, no, I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to show you how I can get this stuff in the pan, get rid of the water. So without you guys here, I will double check this bag. And of course, there's not going to be any huge nuggets in it, but so let's get rid of the dirt. I do have a mini high banker out there. There's another video out of me working this stuff on a little high banker that I have. But it's cold outside today. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow. I didn't want to get everything wet out there. Once again, a lot of granite. Now, anything else I'm going to drop into this pan. It's called Speed Panning 101 right there. Look at how fast we got down to it. Check it out, nothing but black sand right there. So now it will all freeze up there. And I'm just going to drop the lights off. And now all we have is black sand and gold. Check it out, in this bag there's 3 big chunks. So that's what I was saying, you just don't know what you're going to get with this. I don't know if I'm going to reveal whose pay dirt this is. I don't think that's what we're here for. You can email me if you want to figure it out. But, so now I swirled it around and I'm not seeing any gold laying anywhere on the outer edge of that thing. All right, so it doesn't look like we got much out of that second one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse this out. And I don't even know if you guys are hating me or what there, but always make sure your bottle's kind of cleared out, because when you're doing your final slurp, you don't want a bunch of junk in there. And it's going to be really hard for you guys to see this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these light ripples. Now, if you don't have finish in your water, that stuff is going to just fly right out of there doing what I'm doing here. Maybe one more little piece. Okay, remember, I can always repan this again. I'm not going to repan it because you guys are wondering what I got out of this, but one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I may have just recounted one, so everybody's technique is going to be a little bit different. A whole different approach to how you get your gold out of your pan. Oh, and there's a really small chunk right there. So now I don't see any more in there. Once again, I'll swirl it. Okay, that's the name of that tune. And that's it. Don't be afraid to just get at it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 pieces. We found one more small one. So that's my video for you guys in my gold painting in my front room. Now, what I would do is I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to sop up all this water, and then I'm going to get that gold into one spot. Then I'm going to transfer it to a dollar bill and let it dry for a little bit, and then I'm going to pour it onto my scale, and then I'm going to drop it in one of these jars. So I hope you liked it. I'm going to shut it down and take care of that gold. And I might fire up a little bit later and do another one. I haven't seen any of the chat. Fluffy Marshmallows here, David Carlisle. 8 are watching, 5 thumbs up. And I hope you guys liked it. And I'm going to stop now. I'm going to bring this over here. Show you guys what's in the pan. So that was from 2 bags of that pay dirt. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Sorry, it's not wanting to. Well, that's better. So it looks like to me, this was a buy 4 or something and get 8 bags free. So if all 12 bags produce that, it's going to be quite a bit of gold. I don't know how much that would be, but so I'm going to blow through the rest of these bags, and then I'll let you guys know what I find out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we just did 2 makes 9, and I sent 2 to It's Me Brian, that makes 10, 11, and I did 1 myself that barely had any gold on it, so that makes 12. So I think it was buy 4, get 8 free. Yeah, you guys get a chance, hit that like button, and I will see you guys for a follow-up video of what I found with all of these. Hope you guys have a great day. Sorry it took so long, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Remember, pay it forward.